Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to my page. My page is my common sense. I try to keep it down to 10 minutes, and if it goes over 10 minutes, that means there's something very important I had to say. But everything I say is fucking important. If you have any comments, suggestions, or insults, you put it down below, or even questions. Okay. And of course, I'm going to continue on with my schizophrenia experiences. Okay, I'm gonna make part 2 of this. Okay, to be more detailed, because there was a female who asked me, and so I'm gonna make the video for her because she asked me more in depth of what they do. As I'm refreshing to recap your mind of how I obtained the schizophrenic voice. I obtained it when I was probably 11 years old. Before I was 16. I disliked my dad, so I was gonna chop his neck and at his jugular with a machete, and then the voice spoke to me right then and there. It just woke me up. It told me, do not do this. You will see all and everything that anyone who does anything to you, you will see it happen to them. Okay, well, terrible. Even with the whimsical of your thoughts, it will happen. Okay. And so I was like shocked about that. I was like, what in the world is this? So I obtained the power through the voice, which are 3 of them. And as I said before, to be more specific, get out of here. Go out. Okay? I'm talking to people.
Daddy.
What?
Open that door.
Close the door and go. Okay? I'm talking. Okay? Go back to your videos. Close the door. Talk. No, don't open that door. Don't open that door. Talk to mama. Okay? And so I'm going to continue this video on. There's 3 of them. One is the wise one. One is the Jesus one, and one is the dark one. The dark one gives me magical spells. It tells me that. And at the same time, it's just not 3 of them. There's a whole bunch of other sound effects, low and high pitches. It could be rambled on voices, modifications of changing, altering voices and stuff like that. What? Don't open the door. Get out. Let me just get her for a minute. No cats. Focus on TV, okay? Don't bother me right now. I'm making a video, okay? Don't open this door. Don't open the cats. I don't need the cats right now. Now, okay, that's my daughter. She likes to bother me at the wrong time. I got her TV and stuff like that. But you know what? Everything I have is because of the voices. So it really is a bothering. It's kind of like an insanity project. Like I call it the insanity project. Because they constantly bother me at certain times and periods. But if you keep your mind distracted enough, then the voices tend to lower. It goes down low. It can mess with your concentration. There's 2 different forms of concentration. When you're at your job or external, or when you're inside, okay? If you're in your room and you're listening to them, you can probably hear something from their past, okay? If you listen carefully, that these individuals are probably suffering from the past. Their spirits are locked. The reason why you hear these voices is because of the people who have been lost souls. They call it lost souls, or disembodied spirits, you want to call them. And they're technically not, you can't say that they're demons, okay? They can, if they're demons and they're causing you this problems and stuff, and you can't handle it, you might as well just get the medication. I take the medication. I take the medication whenever it gets worse. The medication doesn't actually cure it, okay? It never says it, but it only makes you drowsy enough to make you go to sleep, because it knocks you out. Okay, you may be knocked out throughout the whole day, depending on your system, because it really affects me. I take the generic version of Seroquel. Okay, I used to have 2 medications, but I don't take them no more. I kind of admire the voices to a degree. By 50-50, it's 50-50, but most of the time I do admire. It's 60-40, you could say. I like them more than I not like them. But you know why? Even though I don't hear a word you're saying while you're talking to me, and I have these to muffle me, the spirits automatically talk to me about what you're meaning. Your words are kind of irrelevant. I'm an Asperger's individual. I'm already far beyond you. I have to calm myself down, and I'm not trying to be conceited. Sometimes I may ramble on. It may seem like it, but you have to pick up on the sounds. When the sounds occur, it throws me off sometimes. And I may talk about one subject over the other and just jump to one subject to another, okay? As I said before, this is part 2. I'm explaining them in detail. It's hard for you to focus. So if you're listening to them and you're focused on something at the same time, it can actually distract you, okay? You can go to YouTube videos and actually hear the sounds, but it sounds different for everyone. Okay, so one may sound, mine's is more, it varies in high pitched tones and low pitched tones. So like right now, it may say I'm stupid or some shit like that. You know, I'm like, what the fuck are you? And then one would say I'm bright, and you're entirely intelligent. And then one would say kill them all, okay? Or something would say, because I have dreams and stuff, and I used to have dreams of fucking demons and monsters and angels and shit like that. And that was a test. The dreams are like tests. rapid eye movement contest. Okay, so when you go to sleep, you're being tested. Okay, this whole life is a test. So the person who's suffering the most in this world usually will have a better life in their next life. If you're suffering, maybe you did something wrong in your past life. That's what it says. That's what the voice says. There's different things you can do. There's different magical things you can do. If you think about it, it will be put into effect. This is a fantasy, nightmarish, beautiful world. A fantasy, nightmarish, beautiful world. Like the Matrix. You understand? And so if you let them bother you and you get upset, okay. Me, I go to sleep a lot, or I play games and stuff like that. It helps me. You know, that's how my reflexes are fast. I fought 2 big giants before and I whipped their ass, okay, almost to death. But of course, I know when I snap, okay, it's hard for 2-3 niggas to pull me off. It's really hard to do that. I know that's a fucking fact, okay. I got knocked off of a, Job Corps because of my sickness, and I didn't realize I had it though. But it always talks to me about secrets of the universe. But you have to understand something here, okay. A lot of schizophrenic people, if they can control it, they are scientists. They're actually scientists, but they're not going to tell you to hear a voice. It usually will say is introspective voices, but these are external voices that actually tell them certain things about how to apply a method to the madness. Okay, science, quantum physics, all that stuff is through these are the individuals that have had schizophrenia in their past that I've done research on. Mark Twain, Edgar Casey, Abraham Lincoln, Gandhi, okay? A lot of well-known individuals, okay? Who basically heard the voice. Socrates, okay? Heraclitus, okay? There's a lot of philosophical individuals who hear the voice and basically follow it. And if you don't follow it, you will get a consequences far worse than hell. And not far worse than hell, but they'll keep you up unless you take the pill, okay? The pill is necessary, but you better take it in small doses because that's like a horse tranquilizer and some shit. Seroquel and the generic version is like a horse fucking tranquilizer. It will knock you ass out for at least about 12 hours throughout the day. So you can't always take it. So that's the catch-22 type shit, okay? It knocks you out, but you ain't gonna be able to get up. You ain't gonna be able to move. I told my doctor this shit. Yeah, there's nothing that's more lighter than that. Okay, well, I don't want to keep jumping from medication to medication. It's a waste of energy and time. You have to, administer the shit to yourself. You can't just be forced to take that shit because you won't get up. If you take any of that psychotic drugs, you're not going to be able to get up. You're not going to be able to function. Okay. So I explained myself in detail about the voices. Okay. And of course, how I deal with my personal voices, I told you I go to sleep, I play games, I do research, I do these little videos that I do for you, and I'd rather not be called mentally ill, because if you say that, then that means you're the one who's mentally ill, because you're liable, you're liberal to believe in some sort of God, and the voices tell me there is no God. The God is only within yourself. Okay, there's no external God. There's only energy sources and fluctuations throughout spatic reality and quantum physics, way beyond your comprehension skills. Okay, you ever heard of the Gaia hypothesis? You ever heard of an atom within an atom within an atom within an atom until nothingness exists? Okay, you ever heard of that little what's that thing with that like a kaleidoscope? What do you call that? A telescope where you can look in there, a kaleidoscope thing, and you can see all those colors and shit. You keep going down further and further into the details and stuff like that. It's kind of like that. You're just going into an illusion, like people who take ayahuasca and shit, and it is basically this they see things they ain't supposed to be seeing, and it scares the shit out of them, and their hair turn white because they're so fucking depressed, so they need to take that fucking drug. It's called escapism. Okay, I'm already escaped. Okay, so like I said before, if you it's good to be friends with schizophrenic people, but there's bad and good ones in everybody, okay? But you got to watch out for the ones that say they can be possessed, because I get possessed only when you say certain key words. You fuck with me and say, I said don't say that shit to me, and I ain't did shit to you, okay? So that's why I'm not social. So if you're a kind person, you can hang with schizophrenic people. They're completely safe unless there's key words that may cause them to be possessed. And possession is real as well. So basically, if the person says they was possessed and their whole body was taken over, you should be aware of those individuals, because if they say they was possessed one time, they can be repossessed again. It depends on what it is, okay? I got possessed twice because someone tried to threaten my life. So that's like completely different. I don't even talk. I don't say shit to no one, okay? I don't even talk. I just want to have fun, okay? But what else is to say about the voices, okay? If you want to experience what the voices sound like, okay, you can go on to other YouTube pages, right? And actually experience the audio, okay, of these type of voices if you're interested in the psychology of it, okay? But a certain percentage of schizophrenics kill themselves or commit suicide because it's kind of like it bothers them all the time. But that's because of the fact that they're not very busy individuals. They're not very busy. You got to keep yourself busy. You got to talk. You got to do things. If they get loud and say "fuck you," you're ignoring me. What the fuck? And the dark one says, "I have to create this spell for you, man. I got a spell for you. I'm waiting for you." And Jesus wanted to say, "Don't fuck everyone," because most people are idiots. They're not believing in Jesus. And the wise one's saying, "Hey, let's be a philosopher. Study things and do things for yourself and shit, and make up your own philosophy." Okay, it's all sorts of voices at one time, and sometimes you can't hear them. Incoherent as fuck. And I really hope my daughter actually, it's not really a tormentive thing. It depends on how you look at it. Some people are stronger than others. I told you this before. And they can't handle it, okay? Now, how I handle my wife, okay? I'm a spectral. I told you, I've been blessed because of these voices, okay? So I consider it kind of a gift. Because without the voices, I'll probably be in the street right now. Guaranteed. It's a fucking fact, okay? The voices told me get this car. The voices told me get my wife. The voices told me all the things that was going to happen. The voices told me this house is going to fall and I fell down the house. The voices told me President Melez will die. The voices told me this stick just walked in the dark part of the woods and shit. And I found the fucking stick on the ground before it came completely dark. It was sitting out there just like, what the fuck? How did it fall on the ground? I found my magic stick. I already made a video on my magic stick already. Okay? So just find it somewhere. It says my magic stick. And of course, I believe I'm a wizard. I don't have to do too much. If I die, I will become a god in my next life. I don't want to be maybe I won't be a god in this life, okay, in this world. I think the humans are pretty talented. I think the humans are pretty talented. But I think there's other worlds where humans have actually traversed that level, okay, like the Star Trek generation, next generation. Okay, and I know exactly what I should be doing when I pass away from this body, okay, this temporary body, this vessel. I've been called Indigo child. I've been called Asperger's. I've been called all sorts of crazy shit. But I ignore those individuals. And 9 times out of 10, I'm usually called a troll when I'm telling the truth, okay? On the Facebook. So I get blocked like for fucking 30 days. I think Facebook should actually change their policies a little bit. If you're an explicit person and you like the truth and shit and somebody try to offend you, they should go after the person who said something to you first, okay? Instead of just using robots and shit like that. Rather than just actually manually seeing why this person said that, okay? But that's all I wanted to say to you, brothers and sisters of Light and Dark. Now you understand how the voices work. Everyone's particularly different, okay? Much love and peace to you, brothers and sisters of Light and Dark. It seems like this is about to cut off. I better watch this. Peace and love to you, brothers. I'll make a part 3 if necessary. So I went a little bit more in detail. You have a good day. And all you individuals who are schizophrenic, hang in there because it's all a game. It's all a challenge. Okay? Peace. If you have any questions, you put it down. If you have any comments, put it down. If you have any insults, you put the fucking shit down, okay? Peace.